Hi, my name is Simon Finner and I'm the Managing Director of Adhoc Property Management. Well, we've found that the empty property market has grown considerably over the last 2 years, and the main reasons that we put it down to are really twofold. Firstly, from a public sector perspective, the government, both at a local and national level, have obviously been looking at cost savings and rationalising their property portfolio. So we've found numerous instances where buildings have been earmarked for redevelopment or for demolition. And on the private sector front, we've found a lot of redevelopment in the main cities in the country. And in the time that it takes from acquiring a site to getting planning permission, buildings are typically being void, and so using a security measure like guardians has provided the flexibility that a lot of owners have needed. Well, Adhoc work with property owners across the country who all have vacant properties that they want protecting in the most flexible way, and by doing so saving as much money as possible, as opposed to using boarding up firms or alarm companies or security guards. So by working with a company like Adhoc, what we do is we install working people into these properties who live and in some cases work in these properties, and in doing so deter any would-be squatter or would-be asset stripper from attacking that building. Well, Adhoc work with thousands of guardians across the country who ultimately want to enjoy a sort of flexible way of living. So that by that I mean they want to be paying as minimal rent as possible. They want to be benefiting from as much space as possible. So the sort of buildings that we ultimately manage could be a mansion, it could be a school, but it typically gives guardians a lot more space. And that's a key driver for a lot of the guardians that we work with, who typically are very creative people, so space is quite key to them. Well, the Charter was an initiative we launched at the start of the year, and the reason for that is we felt that as market leaders it was really down to us to raise the levels of standards in our industry. And so by putting out a 7-point charter on what guardians can expect and should expect from signing up to a scheme, we want to raise the standards, not just within our own organisation, but what we would do is invite our competition to also raise their standards, so that a guardian can be expected to receive the right level of service across the industry. Well, we're implementing it at stage 1 by getting every member of the Adhoc team at every level totally and utterly bought into what the Charter's about and what their part of delivering that Charter is. We then want to get all our guardians on board and make them aware of what we're trying to achieve. And then sort of the second stage is to extend that to our partners and to the wider market, so that in doing this, everybody is working towards raising the standards across our industry. Well, I would like in 12 months' time if the Charter has raised the profile of guardianship across the UK, and in doing so made it into an accepted alternative to the sort of conventional options, whether that be buying a property or renting a property.